You're listening to Liberty Lampoon with Aaron and Michael. Welcome to Liberty Lampoon number 1.
Hey, Liberty Lampoon.
You bastard. The weekly show where we lambast politicians, policies, public figures, and print, all from a libertarian perspective. This week we have Olympic controversies, government investigating itself, our honorary grand phallus of the week, and a libertarian gun grabber.
Oh, you just mean a liberal.
I think so. Yeah, we're not going to script this fucking show.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, it's not happening.
Wow.
So, first off, we have Ryan Lochte. I think that's how you say his name. I'm pretty sure it is.
Ryan Lochte?
Yeah, I was thinking about this. What really, I mean, it seems like such a BS controversy because I was like reading some of the news sites and it just sounds like people like, it sounds like a married couple who are like upset and they're trying to get back at each other. And like Brazil, like Brazil is the wife. Like Brazil won't let his friends go go to the U.S. Right? So it's like, no, your friends can't come over and watch the football game. I don't know. I've just been watching it like play out. It just seems ridiculous.
Yeah, and it is the first time the Olympics have been hosted in South America. And it's probably going to be the last time, but only time will tell. Only time will tell.
Yeah. And then but another thing too is like, I think there is a significant amount of like white privilege going on here. Do I believe in that? I don't think so. Anyways, what do you think? Maybe a little bit.
Know. Well, I mean, I think it is like the Western world. Well, not that Brazil isn't westernized, but like the wealthier countries criticizing the less wealthier countries for being less wealthy.
Yeah, because like Lochte believed that he could just say, "Hey, man, their police are corrupt," and that everybody would just accept it.
And they did for like a week.
Yeah, they did. But so like he issued an apology. Okay, first of all, I guess we should get into what happened. This guy Ryan Lochte, I guess like they were going to a gas station or something, and him and 4 of his teammates, and they got there and I guess they went into the bathroom, right?
The story that they were telling. Are you telling the actual story or what he was saying?
What he was saying happened.
Okay, I'll start.
Okay.
So what he was saying happened was that they were in a car. They got pulled over by police. The police told them to get out of the car, and then the cops demanded their wallets and wanted their money. And they said no. And then so the cop pulled out their gun and held it to their heads and was like, "Give us their wallet." So they gave them their wallets, I guess, or whatever.
$50.
And then the cops left. And so supposedly like they weren't really cops or something.
Yeah, they were security guards.
Just thugs or something like that, just pretending to be cops and to rob these guys. So that was a story he was telling on TV.
Right.
And now the real story is...
The real story is him and his friends went to a gas station. They got out of the car. They went into the bathroom. And it says that they vandalized the bathroom. And then the security guards... I guess they found out and they pulled a gun to keep them from leaving, demanding payment for the damages, which equaled $50. And whenever I first heard that they vandalized the bathroom, I'm like, God, just lay off of the burritos. You know what I mean? Like, I can't imagine a dump that bad that they considered it vandalism.
I did hear that they were drunk or inebriated.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense then.
Yeah.
But so yeah, lay off the burritos though. His 2 teammates
no more Chipotle.
Yeah.
No more Chipotle.
Yeah. Chipotle cleans the blood right out of your underwear. That's a South Park reference. Anyways, his 2 teammates, Bentz and Conger, they were pulled off an airplane and like forced. Well, they say forced to give statements about what happened, and their statements basically conflicted with what Lochte said, and he was already in the U.S. by this time. He got away with it. But I was also reading that they're thinking about, like, I guess Brazil is talking to the feds, the FBI, trying to see if there's a way that they can compel him back to like a court sentence or something.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, that's what I'm kind of thinking, though, is like, really, over a bathroom?
Extradition, I think that only happens for like capital offenses.
Yeah, it's vandalism, for God's sakes. And like, I don't know. I was just thinking about it. Like, do they really feel
the U.S. is going to be like, have you seen Ferguson? Have you seen Baltimore? Yeah, we don't care. We're not.
Yeah, we're not big on.
He's going to stay here.
We're not big on prosecuting vandalism. Yeah, vandalism. Yeah, you can burn a whole. If he would have burned a whole city to the ground, we still would have let him stay here.
Well, shit, he could have burned the entire country of Brazil to the ground. We still wouldn't give a shit.
But anyway, I'm just like asking myself, Jesus, is it really that important? Like, you can't, like, we literally have to like pull these guys off of planes, I'm more concerned about the guy who turned the diving pools green than I am about Lochte freaking crapping his brains out in the bathroom. Yeah, nuking that freaking bathroom. So U.S. I did see that the U.S. Olympics Committee chief executive basically said that the behavior was unacceptable, and I think that she specifically said, "Hey guys, lay off the burritos." So, yeah, I beat that. That's joke to death.
The Olympic Committee official stance: lay off the burritos.
Lay off the burritos, guys. We understand you're in a foreign country, and it's the only thing that you understand what it actually is. But please, stop nuking bathrooms with your weak American stomachs. Anyways, so
and then the men's Olympic swimming team is like, have you heard of Montezuma's Revenge?
yeah, maybe that's it. Maybe he just like drank the water. He is a swimmer. Maybe he swam in the green pool and it just exploded, and this is actually Brazil's fault. Get cleaner water, it wouldn't happen.
Better he have the shits than get like a brain infection or something.
Right. So anyways, on the same note of the Olympics,
Hillary Clinton, just kidding.
No, yeah, she'll be later. But so Gabby Douglas, I'm sure that you saw this. She's the Olympic gymnast, and there was a huge controversy. It was either last week or the week before.
Yeah, it was like a week and a half ago.
Yeah. So she, like, the national anthem started playing after they won their medals, and she put her hand down. Like, she didn't have her hand over her heart during the national anthem. And the whole U.S., it seems like, at least all the conservatives out there, they lost their ever-loving minds, dude. It was ridiculous. People, I saw, like, I was reading some tweets, searching for, like, a tweet to read as a segment, and there was a lot of good ones, but some of them they just weren't good enough to read, Yeah. But one of them was like, there's a whole bunch of them like, if you don't like putting your hand over your heart during the national anthem, you should just get a new uniform and move to a different country, bitch. Like crap like that. Like, this is why the terrorists are winning. Like these guys have like, and what's funny to me is that they like,
she believes in Sharia law.
Yeah, these guys are like, that flag stands for freedom. Well, apparently it doesn't, because if you're telling me that she has to put her hand over her heart, it doesn't stand for freedom. Like, it's ridiculous. And
because if that flag does stand for freedom, she has the freedom to do whatever she chooses, whatever she'd like to do. If she doesn't want to put her hand over her heart, okay, people might not think she's a patriot, but who cares? That's her right.
Yeah, let her not put her hand over her heart. It's no big deal.
Yeah, but she just won a gold for our freaking country. Yeah. Get off her nuts, okay?
Well, and on top of that, she didn't do it on purpose. I don't know if you saw that, but like she came out and was like, no, I totally just forgot. Like, and then, I've been seeing these pictures, these memes going around of the men's, like one of the men's swimming teams. Not a damn one of them has their hand over their heart, but nobody said jack about it, And so, like, to me, it seems like these people are just thinking, like, oh, well, she must be in line with Black Lives Matter. Like, that's what I'm thinking.
She hates the cops.
Yeah, that's probably it. Look at that. She didn't even put her hand over her heart. That must mean that she hates police officers and she wants to burn the flag. But I will say this. I also noticed on the other side of things that there's like this massive SJW push that's like basically worshiping her now, Like there are some people who actually believe that she did it on purpose and that it was a great statement of how messed up this country is. And so they're like,
girl power.
Yeah, hashtag Black Lives Matter. And like she's like on both sides of this is just like, no, guys, no, stop. I just forgot. Like please just leave me alone. Stop trying to make me your idol. Stop trying to make me your enemy. I'm just a normal girl who won a gold medal under the name for USA, So anyways, I mean, she is clearly a statist, but I guess we don't have to get into all of that.
Well, not as much of a statist as the rest of the gymnastic team, because I mean, they did put their hands over their hearts. So
hey, that is a fact right there. That's a fact. Yeah. Yep. If she doesn't like it, she can get out.
I got some plasma for them. You know what I mean? Did you really laugh at that 4 segments comment last night?
Yeah.
I thought I said I got some plasma for them, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. So Joe Arpaio, you want to talk about him? Hey, speaking of that, I have a question about him. Isn't he like Hannity's hero or something? Am I wrong about
sheriff, that? Right?
Yeah. Sheriff Joe Arpaio. Isn't he? Yeah. Is he like on Fox News all the time?
Yeah. He's because he is black.
Oh no. Different guy. Oh. I know who you're talking about though. That guy has also been in the news lately, but I think Joe Arpaio is the guy. I think he's from. It says Maricopa County, so that's the that's the place with the where they were doing like they just continued to.
Oh yeah.
Like were they throwing illegals out or something?
Part of his original claim to fame was that he made the prisoners wear pink and they had to sew their own clothes.
Yeah, he had those like camps, right? Yeah.
Yeah, and he only let them eat peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, and the cable could only be on like Disney Channel or Cartoon Network.
Dude, hell yeah, I'm down with Cartoon Network.
And people are like, that's inhumane. And he's like, well, these people are here to serve their time, not live a life of luxury. So.
Yeah. Well, why doesn't he just waterboard them then? Like, why doesn't he just start like waterboarding them? They're supposed to serve their time.
According to their presidential candidate, that's acceptable in the party.
Waterboarding?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's jacked up. But anyway, so I guess a federal judge just said that this Joe, he needs to be reprimanded, or the U.S. Attorney's Office is supposed to prosecute him for violating the orders or whatever, for contempt. Yeah, that's it. So Arpaio, I guess he violated orders rooted in the 8-year-old racial profiling case, this sounds like a different ordeal then. Like, I think it has something to do with illegal immigration, because it says that they quoted like local immigrants and stuff on this story, And so I think he was probably like fulfilling that one law that they passed there, where it basically said that they can stop anybody and check their IDs or green card. They can be held if they don't provide proper ID.
Yeah.
I think it has something to do with that. But anyway, so I guess he violated the orders, and the judge said that he seeks to vindicate the court by punishing intentional disregard for authority, which I was like, wait a second, is Arpaio an anarchist? Oh my God. I might align with this guy. And then I remembered that, he's like beating people senseless and stuff. So no, he's not.
So yes, you do agree with him.
No, Michael, that's not funny. Local immigrant rights activist, some chick, I'm not going to say her name because I'm going to be really mean to her, but she said, I feel good that we are finally vindicated. We were dismayed when Arpaio was not following orders. It restores my faith in the justice system. Like, for some reason, it seems like that statement is so contradictory. You know what I mean? Because until anything is actually filed, he is still. But on top of that, though,
she's going to be arrested in the next day or two. So just
yeah. I wouldn't be speaking out against this dude, man, unless you like billy clubs to the forehead. But he looked like. The whole thing about this to me that is ironic about that statement is like, man, I have no faith in the justice system because Arpaio is such a dick. But now that they're going to have him prosecuted, I guess that the justice system isn't a dick. Like it doesn't make any sense. Like, man, thank God that
they're still gonna fuck me, but they're just not as big a dick as I thought they were.
Yeah. It's just funny to me because like it's gonna happen again, and that's what she doesn't realize. To like from the outside looking in, we're able to say, hey, I don't know if you know this or not, but he's part of the justice system, and he's actually probably somebody that you can have more of a choice over. You know what I mean? He is the more voluntary part of the justice system because he's part of it. He's a sheriff. That means that he gets elected by the people. Judges don't, especially federal judges, they don't get elected by the people. They get selected by years and years of bureaucracy. So, presidents, I think, right? Aren't federal judges appointed by presidents?
Yeah.
Well, that's even worse.
Yep.
Some dick who doesn't know anything in office just selects somebody based on whether or not there's an L or a C behind their ideology. So
and that really was the whole stink about who's the dude that Obama nominated to fill the Supreme Court seat?
Oh, I don't know his name. I don't think it's gonna happen. Yeah, Garland. That's it.
Yeah. Well, because he was already a pretty established conservative style type judge.
Well, not really conservative, just very moderate.
Yeah, and he was appointed by the Obama administration.
Or wait,
then
he was he was chosen, but they blocked it.
He filled a lower court spot that he was placed there by the Obama administration early on in the presidency.
Yeah. Well, they make dumb decisions anyways, right?
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know. To me, it just seems like when the Supreme Court case came up about gay marriage, right? Mm-hmm. And they actually, got equal rights. I'm not saying that they didn't. But,
you mean just be like regular people?
Yes. They're able to get gay married. No, they're able to get married. I'm sorry. Go ahead and get gay married.
You mean two legal adults can choose what they want to do with their life?
Huh. I guess that's the case, yes. But
weird.
When that happened, I remember seeing people worshiping the Supreme Court, so happy about what the Supreme Court did, And then a week later, the Supreme Court pulled some shit that pissed everybody off,
And people are they're just nine guys in black robes.
Yeah.
They don't
look
mean
at all those
damn
white
thing.
dudes up there. That's all it is. A majority of white dudes,
Ruth Bader Ginsburg, she's a racist.
Yeah, but you get what I mean? It goes.
Sona Sotomayor hates Hispanics.
Yeah, there's no soda pop? What? Okay, so
soda pop mayor?
Yeah. Do you know what I mean though? There's it fluctuates.
They're hot and cold. They're hot and cold.
Right, to people, yeah. And people are literally making the decision about who they're going to vote for president just because of the Supreme Court. And
I guess at least with the conservative right, that's in line with Christian values, because I mean, Jesus did, or God did write that be hot or cold, not lukewarm, because I'll spit you out of my mouth. You know, right? Is that?
I don't think this is TBN, Michael.
Oh, okay.
I don't think we're not gonna be asking people to put their hands on the computer screen and feel the glory of God compel you.
No, they'll just feel the rush of liberty sweeping over them.
Why the world is doomed with evidence from Twitter. What a senseless tragedy. When a cop can't safely manage a gun's ammunition, you know a civilian can't. Hashtag no more guns. D. Barry, August 10th, 2016. Bullshit.
All right, I did get some candy and a pin from pregnancy testing at this event.
Yeah, well, that's going on.
Thinkimpregnant.org.
Yeah, this is going on the podcast. So,
okay.
It's time for the grand phallus of the week, which is a nice way of saying
I'm getting screwed.
Okay, yeah. So Hillary, Hill Dog. So I don't know. Did you listen to that podcast I sent to you?
No, I went back and looked at the link, and it wasn't a link to anything.
Oh, it wasn't?
Yeah, I clicked on it, and it was just a picture.
Oh, that sucks. Oh well, it doesn't matter. Because
I thought it was a podcast. And I was like, oh, I should listen to it, and then I picked.
It was. It was a 30-minute podcast entitled, I think it's called "With Her," and it's this dude who I guess he's done podcasts in the past. And
talking about his first time with a hooker.
I wish it was that, because instead it was him having a sit-down podcast with Hillary Clinton. And so, yeah, it was more graphic than his first time with a hooker, that's for sure.
So he walked away from that conversation HIV positive.
I don't know if we should joke around about AIDS, dude. Anyways, so...
why not? Bill likes to bang them.
You win. You win segment of the week. Anyway, so
Thank you.
At the very onset of it, he like describing what this is or whatever, and he's like, "Oh, this is Hillary Clinton's official podcast for the campaign," which Gary Johnson has one too. I don't think that Donald has one, because it would just be, build a wall.
That's just the news.
Yeah,
the news is his podcast.
That is a good point. I didn't even think about that. I shouldn't have wasted my breath there. Anyways, so at the very beginning, he admits that he's not impartial. And I'm like, you think? The name of the podcast is With Her. The H is the Hillary logo.
And he likes being pegged by Hillary.
Hi, this is With Her. Our first guest is Hillary Clinton. Next week, we'll have Donald Trump. I'm not going to call him a racist, but he has said some very bad things about women, minorities, and I hate him. Just it'd be cool if he did interview Donald Trump just to see what he would say.
At the end of his episode, it was like, "Thank you for listening to this very exciting podcast with our guest today, Hillary Clinton. And next week we have a really amazing guest lined up for you. Secretary of State Hillary Clinton will be joining us."
Yeah, but he goes, "Yeah, I'm not impartial. I think that Hillary is the best choice for this country." Oh, and this is how he talked to. "I think that Hillary Clinton is the best choice for this country, and I'm just waiting for this podcast to get put on NPR. Thank you." Anyways, so when he said he was impartial, I was like,
that's actually his intimate time voice.
Yeah.
Because obviously Hillary is the man in that setting.
Yeah. I was going to say that, when he said that he's not impartial, that he's deep up Hillary Clinton's ass. But
actually, she's up his.
Yeah. Yeah, it's the other way around, I think. She definitely wears the pants in the relationship, if you know what I mean. So, but it was an interesting conversation. And actually, I hate to say this, it was actually palatable. And the only reason that I say that is because anytime that you see a Hillary Clinton speech, like, First of all, you can
wanna
watch
blow
her
your brains out.
Yeah, you can watch her poll numbers drop while she talks. You know, that's why she doesn't do too many speeches and stuff. Is because she gets up there and starts.
As long as she just smiles and doesn't look crazy, she does okay.
She gets up there and starts like, "Meh, meh, 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 meh." And you know, I don't care if you think that is a sexist portrayal of her, because it's not. We already told you that she's a dude.
Listening to Donald Trump speak annoys me just as much as listening to Hillary speak.
Oh yeah, yes, that is correct. Yeah, but yeah,
with Trump though, it's more of the way he says things, and with Hillary, it's just more of the tone in which she says things.
Yeah. Well, that podcast actually, man, she was very palatable. She was like talking like a normal human being. She came across like really normal, you know. But then I remember like afterwards, I was like, okay, I got to look this up in my browser and like actually see like if they have any pictures from it. So I found a picture from it, and I was like, oh, that's still Hillary Clinton. And then I was like, oh man, that was terrible. You know, she militarized the State Department. She's basically responsible for most of the conflicts that we're currently in. You know, she voted for the Iraq War. She is literally a war criminal. You know, like I can't just like look at this woman who jokes around about killing people, you know. I just can't look at her and be like, she jokes about killing people in other countries and then actually kills people in this country.
Well,
I mean, there has been a brash of I thought about doing a skit where it was going to be two Hillary Clinton staffers looking at the body count and being like, oh God, like finally realizing like, wait a second,
they don't
Todd's dead?
They don't know if it's more dangerous to stay or to leave.
Yeah. Like, didn't Todd just go and get Hillary coffee? Yeah, he was found dead. He shot himself twice in the back of his head. What? Yeah, he committed suicide.
Twice. You know,
and if it's not, if these people who have been close to Hillary are not like being offed by some secret organization or somehow inadvertently through the Clintons, and they are committing suicide, you gotta wonder, like, is she that terrible of a person that people just want to kill themselves when they're around her?
I'm surprised no one has suggested the idea that it's actually the Illuminati, because Beyonce and Lady Gaga, they're all like part of the Illuminati. Why couldn't Hillary Clinton be? And like maybe Beyonce and Lady Gaga are actually her agents, and they're the ones actually killing the people for Hillary, because Hillary is the grand phallus. So
yeah. Next time on InfoWars. No, just kidding. Freaking Alex Jones in it over here. Jesus Christ. Anyway, so I have a couple of memes that I heard this week that I wanted to see your reaction to. I'm going to read some of the text of them. One was, Hillary Clinton makes Ted Cruz look like a pacifist. the same guy who freaking said that he wants to turn the Middle East into glass. You know, he wants to bomb it into glass. Yeah, I thought that was a pretty good one. And I also saw one, I think I might have sent you this one. If you want all the war and death of George W. Bush, but without all the massive protests, pick Hillary.
That is accurate. That is not wrong. Not even the slightest bit.
Yeah, it's so true, and it's sad. You won't get the anti-war left if you vote for Hillary. You know what I mean? They're not going to be out there protesting. They're going to be like, free abortions. You know, like that's going to be their protest call. We want free abortions now.
Until like another Bernie Sanders figure pops up and he'll be like, war is wrong. And then all the protesters will be like, oh yeah, Hillary's the man.
Yeah.
The man.
I saw one that somebody was like talking about Bernie, and they were like, hey, so did you hear that Bernie's about to start campaigning for Clinton? What an effective way to run a revolution against the establishment.
Yeah, I was thinking about that yesterday actually, and I was thinking, man, what a big freaking burn That was he is
That's an appropriate
his
term.
whole
Bernie burned his base.
yeah, to everyone who believed in him and supported him, and he preached against the corruption and
Bernie burned his base. That's alliteration there, folks. That means it's true. So
and he preached socialism and everyone, don't live in excess, just live with what you need, and then goes out and buys a third house. And
I saw another meme. Since we're talking about memes, I saw another meme. It was like, who here thinks that Bernie should redistribute his house? His new $600,000 home, which is in an area that usually costs millions, like that was what I was wondering, is like, how did he get that sweet of a deal? I don't know.
Little do we know it's being subsidized by the Clinton Foundation.
Yeah. Actually, the former owner of the house was probably a Hillary Clinton staffer at some point. So Hillary was like, the price is $600,000. He's like, yes, ma'am. Yes, it is. I don't want to be suicided. Please don't suicide me. Anyways, so the Clinton Foundation says it will not accept foreign or corporate donations if Hilldog is elected.
After they're elected.
Hey guys, we're just going to let you know, right now we're still accepting donations, but in the event that Hillary Clinton should get into that position of power in which she can fulfill all her obligations of the quid pro quo that's been happening between us and Saudi Arabia, who, by the way, are throwing homosexuals off a rooftop still, in the event that happens, we'll stop taking money from foreign terrorist countries and bigoted, hateful dictators. Don't worry.
Because Hillary is against corporate corruption in politics and supports the LGBTQ community.
But only if she wins. If she loses, we will continue to take money from foreign governments who kill gays regularly.
You all can go fuck yourselves.
Also, Bill says he's not going to be doing any more paid speeches between now and November. And then if his wife wins, he also won't do
too
anymore.
many staffers here that I can't continue my speech schedule.
I just think it's so funny because it's like, hey guys, look, I know that you guys are really upset about all this money from foreign governments, evil foreign governments. But we just want to let you know, hey, look, we're gonna take care of this. We're not going to be taking any more of those donations if we win. But if we lose, we'll still do it.
And Bill's just standing off to the side. They want the D in the C.
It's like if you want us to be good people, you're going to have to stop us by voting. Voting is super effective because it'll stop us from doing all this shady shit.
They're like, look, guys, corruption is just the name of the game. It's the way what you have to do if you want to get elected. But we promise, if you elect us, we won't be corrupt. Promise. Fingers crossed.
So I've noticed that it's hard for me to explain to Trump supporters why he's a terrible candidate. So I decided to bring on someone who I think can communicate a little bit better than me with these people to explain to you why you shouldn't vote for him or vote at all, actually. Here on the phone, I got Anarchist Elmo.
Thanks for having me.
So, Elmo, tell me why Trump isn't your guy.
Well, Aaron, no one is my guy, but Trump is a reaction to PC speech control and not a response. You know who else spoke their mind? Hitler. And don't pull that Godwin's Law BS with me. Conservatives support this guy, and yet his economic policies include massive trade controls which limit markets. And he was quoted about a week ago saying he wants to borrow more money. Great. Saddle the kids with even more debt. Uh-oh. The number for the day is 20. That's 20 generations that are going to have to pay this debt off. I can tell you this, the government won't get a cent from Elmo.
Wow, thank you, Anarchist Elmo. That was very abrasive.
if I had to apologize, I would have been like, "Hey, I'm sorry, I'm American."
Hey, sorry, we get away with everything.
USA, USA,
including bombing toddlers. Anyway, so we said that we were going to talk about this, so we're going to talk about this. And all you libertarians out there who are libertarian voters, just suck it up and get through it, okay? Don't turn off. Don't turn it off. Just chill out. You can make it. Just hear what we have to say. So
grit your teeth and just take it like a man.
Grit your teeth. Put the ball gag back in. And is that appropriate for radio?
I don't know. Well,
we'll see. Ball gag. If that gets edited out, then it is not appropriate for radio. So anyways, Bill Weld just compared AR-15s to weapons of mass destruction. If you didn't know who Bill Weld is, if you're a libertarian light or a conservatarian or somebody who probably shouldn't be listening to this show, Bill Weld...
But we want you to be listening.
We want you. Keep listening. Please don't turn it off 5 minutes ago.
Don't let our mention of ball gags deter you from listening to this podcast.
And rubber suits. Bill Weld is the Libertarian vice president. And the cool thing about libertarians is that we don't care if you wear a rubber suit and a ball gag. It's okay.
And Dan's naked at the convention.
Yeah. Weeks. Anyways, so Bill Weld is the Libertarian vice presidential he's the vice president, the running mate for Gary Johnson, who is the Libertarian Party guy, whatever.
Wait, who is he?
He's the Libertarian presidential candidate for president. Presidential candidate for president. I think that's how you say it. Whatever, it doesn't matter. So here's what Bill Weld said. I guess this was on. It's an interview with Revolt TV. Weld dropped this stunning statement. The 5-shot rifle, that's a standard military rifle. The problem is, if you attach a clip to it so it can fire more shells, and if you remove the pin so that it becomes an automatic weapon, and those are independent criminal offenses, Weld said, that is when they become essentially a weapon of mass destruction. The problem with handguns probably is even worse than the problem of the AR-15. So is he a liberal, or I'm confused? I'm really confused by this. What's he talking about? First of all, there's several problems here, and I'm pulling this from bearingarms.com, so clearly it's not impartial, just like that dude who interviewed Hillary. This is not impartial. You know what I mean?
This just in. I just was handed a piece of paper. Will Coley has announced that the Libertarian Committee has disavowed the Libertarian candidates for president and vice president.
Yeah, that didn't actually happen, I don't think.
Yeah, that's fake.
Well, we talked about this actually in my interview, which is actually on the Liberty Lampoon page. So,
go check it out.
Yeah, and on our website. Okay, so this guy who's writing this says, allow me the opportunity to unpack this so you can appreciate Weld's statement in all of its moronic glory. So the 5-shot rifle, that's a standard military rifle. That's what Bill Weld said. So the last 5-shot rifle issued to the United States military as a standard military rifle was the 1903 Springfield, first adopted more than a century ago and phased out when the semi-automatic M1 Garand was standardized. January 9th, 1936. 9.5 years before the 71-year-old Weld was born. This guy, it's so cool because to me, the way that this is written, it makes it sound like he pulled this off the top of his head, like he knew this stuff, He probably does. Yeah. Anyways, and then the guy says, the problem is this is what Bill Weld said. The problem is if you attach a clip to it. Okay, so guess what? Clips in magazines are different. There's pretty much no gun out there which is clip fed anymore, Yeah. Pretty much. They're completely two different things.
You could probably buy it. I'm sure it's still out there, but I mean,
well, they don't feed it
unless you're a collector. I don't think you would want that because most people want the most bang for their buck.
Well,
literally.
Well, this guy said I'd further note that you can't actually attach a clip to a rifle. You insert it. but that's clearly beyond this guy's grasp. So, anyways. Oh, and he also said you can fire more shells. That's what Bill Weld said. Rifles and handguns use cartridges or bullets. Shells are a term for either shotgun cartridges or hollowed out explosive-filled ammunition used by artillery. So, if they're using shells, you got a bigger problem.
Literally.
And then
and then shortly after this interview, I don't know if you saw this down at the bottom, but Hillary Clinton actually contacted Bill Weld to be her new vice presidential candidate.
He has kissed her butt so much, dude. It's ridiculous. Like when they've been asked questions, like they've been asked questions on their CNN town halls that they do. And he's like, Hillary's a great person. I just think she's a fantastic candidate. But you should vote for us. It doesn't make any sense. He's trying to appeal to Democrats is what he's doing,
No, it sounds like he's trying not to get suicided.
Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah. Yeah, you better play nice, Bill, or you'll end up shooting yourself 3 times in the back of the head somehow. With a gun, with a standard 5-shot rifle issued by the military. You dumb God.
Loaded with clips and using shells.
Yeah. Yeah. So we're talking about a mythical gun that doesn't exist. Anyway, so I just think it's funny that the Libertarian candidates took a strong stance against handguns, which even liberals aren't talking about. You know what I mean?
And then an hour later, Gary Johnson was like, "Yeah, I'm for all guns."
Yeah, yeah.
And weapons of mass destruction.
Well, that's just absurd. I can't even believe that he said that. It was like, first of all, Bill Weld is the first example of what you get when you cross a neocon with a staunch liberal, because
Hillary Clinton's running mate.
yeah. Well, I guess Hillary is. I guess Hillary would be that definition. So basically, all it is a huge war hawk who also likes to take away your guns. That's what it is, guys. Sorry, Bill Weld, he is a neocon liberal. He is a liberal neocon. He hates your freedoms, and he also wants to kill boys and girls in foreign countries. So,
but he's a libertarian.
Yeah, that L in front of his name sure does mean a whole lot. Just ignore all the things that he says about taking away your freedoms. Those don't mean anything.
He's a big L libertarian, and that L stands for liar.
Or lame-o. I mean, he's a total square, dude. He is a total freaking square. So that's Bill Weld, guys. That is Bill Weld. What do you think,
Thanks,
Michael?
Bill.
Will Coley would have made a way better VP, man.
Yeah. To look on the bright side of things, at least Bill Weld is no Bill Clinton. Oh. No? Okay. All right.
That flopped. That was terrible. I don't know what you were trying to say. I feel like
flopped like Bill Weld's libertarian candidacy.
Yeah.
No? Okay. All right. I'm off my rock.
Yeah. You're done now, I guess.
I'm losing it. I lost the heat. I've gone cold.
We go back to Costa Rica. Maybe it'll work. Maybe that'll heat you up. All right, everybody. Thank you guys so much for listening.
Thank you so much
for listening to. This is episode 1. Yay! But you can find all of the great shows that are on our network at theshotgunzzzzreport.com.
Yeah.
Please like and share this on Facebook. Also, if you would like to really help us out, go to iTunes and subscribe and rate and review the podcast. It'd be much appreciated, and we'll love you forever. Not forever, maybe a few days. We'll love you for a few days if you go review and rate us on iTunes. So.
Review and rate as opposed to review and rate.
Thank you guys for listening. We'll see you next week.
Thank you so much. Tune in next week to the Liberty Lampoon.
There's no "the" in front of it.
Oh, okay. Then tune in next week to Liberty Lampoon.